Knicks on the second night of a back-to-back, looking for a real win, not the bum night win that they had in Detroit. Looking for a real win against some title contenders in the Milwaukee Bucks. And the Knicks would take that fight to them, man. This was a tough, defensive, physical matchup. But in crunch time, that's when the winners get their dinner. And the Knicks could not deliver, man. 109-103. Knicks fall to the Bucks at home at MSG, man. Let's talk about it. They fought for it, man, for 48 minutes. On the second night of a back-to-back, they're at home against one of the best teams in the league, 14-5, the Milwaukee Bucks coming in town. Number one defense in the league, the best player in the league, everything. They had it all. And the Knicks rose to the challenge. And I'm going to get to my guy. I'm going to save a separate segment for my guy, Mitchell Robinson, the Block Ness Monster, because I talked about how critical he was going to be for this game, and he had the best game of his career with 15 points and 20 boards. But nevertheless, in crunch time, you got to deliver. And the Knicks were anything but clutch in the crunch time. We want to start with free throws. Knicks shoot 13 of 20 on the night. RJ Barrett has a chance with 3 minutes left in the game to bring this thing within 2 points. Misses a free throw. Mitchell Robinson gets to the line, has a chance to tie the game up with a free throw. Makes one of two. Gets the rebound on the second one. Gets it to Jalen Brunson, who gets fouled. Jalen Brunson has a chance to put the Knicks up one. And he's been steady at the free throw line, uncharacteristically misses one, and so you have a tie game. Then, in the ensuing possession, you have the Bucks coming down. RJ Barrett guarding Grayson Allen, Duke on Duke. Grayson Allen coming off of a 25-point game just a couple nights before, 7 of 8 from downtown. Yes, he didn't have it that much tonight from deep, but he's capable. The Knicks have seen this guy a lot of times to know that he's gritty. He comes up big in big moments, and he can hit the three. And Grayson Allen makes him pay with a three-pointer. Now, let's get to the next possession and talk about that a little bit, because there was about 26 seconds left in the game. Knicks had 2 timeouts. They're down by 3. Brunson gets it to RJ, and RJ pulls up for 3 right there. And I'm just like, bro, we don't need that right there, man. I would have gave it back to, first of all, I would have drove it for 2. You could have drove it to the basket, go for a quick 2. Maybe you get an and 1. You get a chance to tie it up at the line. Or maybe you get a better play there. You get it back into a better shooter's hands. Get it back to Brunson. Maybe he can tie it up. Or you get it to Grimes. Maybe he could tie it up from 3. Or maybe you call a timeout and you put in a 3-ball lineup. Brunson, Grimes, Obi, Cam. Whatever you want to do. Quickly. Somebody, somebody better than that shot. I don't need a RJ Barrett pull-up 3.
This is a tough loss. This is a devastating loss, in my opinion. I laugh because, man, was our energy different last night?
Oh man, way different.
They go from, shooting 56% from the field and 45% from 3, and tonight they shoot 20% from 3, 6 of 30. 6 of 30 from the 3-point line, and they shoot an exact 42% overall from the field. Part of that is, you're playing a very good defense. I believe they were number 1 defensive rating going into tonight. But, jumping into some of those last possessions, man, it's tough because, RJ overall had a solid night tonight, with 26 points. He was efficient, 8 of 15. Even with that 3, he ends up shooting 50%. He goes 8 of 9 from the free throw line. 3 assists, 2 rebounds. He was a -5, but this is the thing. It's like statistically he had a good night. But again, this is part of the spotlight, right? It's part of this franchise is trying to get over this hurdle. And, I think that last sequence is kind of a little bit of a summary of RJ's season so far in terms of the bad defense, because I know he was able to at least contest it at the very end, but this is the NBA. So I know on TV, a lot of people could say, well, he still contested the shot, JD. Well, yes, he did. But Grayson Allen is shooting 45% from the three-point line this season. The Knicks had the Bucks right where they wanted.
They had him, bro. They had him.
Just fouled out.
The Greek Freak fouled out. They were right there, man. Right there.
So the thing I just want to talk about is the lack of efficiency kind of in the starting lineup. I just feel like the puzzle pieces, and you guys have alluded this to before, puzzle pieces don't quite fit. We have a lot of extra dribbling that's going on. The only person I want to see dribbling a lot is Jalen, right? Because Jalen's got the dribble penetration. He's breaking it down. We just need guys that move off ball, and RJ's been trying to do that a little bit more. But I feel like we don't have a lot of off-ball movement, off-ball scoring that's happening. A lot of it is just possession-based, ISO-based. And especially down the stretch, it just becomes hero ball. And guys get stuck in their ways. And then, people have said that, Cam will be just sitting on the wing, or you have Obi sitting on the wing. Tonight it was Grimes. I thought Grimes had some open looks down the stretch, and they just kind of don't look for him.
Yeah.
So you always have those guys that just get isolated, just sitting out on the three-point line. And the one thing I will say about Julius, it's just like I do think Julius overall has given a lot better effort this year, and he's trying to talk the talk, but he doesn't always walk the walk. And what I mean by that is he's barking at Grimes tonight. He was barking at quickly at one point. He's fallen back on these screens, and he's just kind of sitting in the paint and giving these guys these floaters. And it's like Julius, always wants to hold people accountable, but he's not always holding himself accountable, especially on the defensive end. And so that's the thing that bothers me about Julius. It's like if he's going to bark at his teammates, lead by example. And, and the defensive effort is not there consistently. And, I know we got the Julius RJ problem. I do think you got to break them up at some point. But that's all I got to say, and love to hear your thoughts on that. Thanks, CP.
Appreciate it. Yeah, when I see them chewing out Quick, I was like, yeah, you got to relax a little bit, my man. I mean, Quickly's probably the best defender on the team, the most consistent defender on the team, and you chewing him out for a blown assignment. No, I mean, you of all people, Julius, let's relax here. And then speaking of Julius, the thing that made me nervous in this game, and we got JD back, the thing that made me nervous in this game was that it's the gift and the curse of Julius, right? Remember after the Minnesota game when he's cooking, the next night he's firing away. Last night in Detroit, birthday night, he's cooking, 36-point game. Tonight he's firing away. He's holding the ball. He's dribbling. I think one time he held the ball into a shot clock violation. The aggressiveness was there, good intentions, but dial it back a little bit. Get others involved. Get the ball moving a little bit. The ball wasn't flowing as well in the first half as it was in the second half.
That was an RJ shot to take, man. That was a horrible shot.
Yeah.
But I'm confused as to why Thibodeau didn't call that timeout. We had 2 timeouts, and we sat on them basically up until the ending of the game.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I was rolling with RJ hard at the beginning of the season. I was hoping he would have a great start, especially after signing that contract. But, man, he's been letting me down, and I just feel like sooner or later we got to start busting moves. We got to blow this thing up, man, because we're looking like we're looking like a 500 team, and I just don't see no future right now. So let's keep who we're gonna keep, and let's clean our house. Let's clean it up, man. We got to get rid of people.
Who you want to get rid of, man?
Get those likes up. And
I can't let you off that easy, Dom. You can't just come in here and say we got a clean house. Thanks for the call. Thanks for taking my call tonight. You're the GM. What are you doing? All
right. So I mean, listen. At this point, Julius got to go. Julius is getting his trade value up. There has to be a team out there that needs Julius for a championship run. I feel like he is a useful dude, but he's holding us back, man. He's holding our youngins from playing more minutes. I feel like he's always getting in the way. Today he made me cringe when he was like doing that dribbling all over the court, and Jalen Brunson's just looking at him like, dude, like, give me the ball. And it's just like, I feel like starting with Julius, and then, you know, I know a lot of us like the youngins and all that, man, but let's be honest, man. Like we got to get people out of here, man. This team is just not going anywhere. Jalen Brunson, to me, and Mitchell Robinson, and RJ, if he gets it together, are the only people that I'm keeping, man. Everyone else could go, to be honest. That's just me.
Right now, the Knicks are the 10th seed at 10-12, and you have about like 6 teams that are right there, the same record. I mean, they're 2 games behind just being the 5th seed, and they're 3 games behind just being, you know, behind the Pacers, who is this for real? They're 12-8. And you're looking at the Sixers at 12-10, the Hawks at 12-10, the Raptors at 11-10, the Nets at 12-11, the Wizards at 11-11, the Heat at 10-12, the Bulls at 9-11. Like, you have about 6 to 8 teams that are within a game or 2 of each other. That's a lot of selling and teams that are going to sell if this continues to go this way. So that's a lot of franchises that have to figure out where they want to go. But then when you're the Knicks and you're looking at these standings, especially Leon, he's probably looking at this like, hey, if, you know, let's see what we can do by the deadline and improve the team. I'm not saying that's the way to go. I'm just saying that sometimes the way the standings look can dictate the way a front office proceeds with trades.
Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share these videos every single day, and we'll be in a great place, man. So we will see you guys. Have a great night. Great show. Peace.